So my name is Monica Argadona. I am an adjunct professor at Cal State Long Beach, and I also am the conservation director for the California Wilderness Coalition. I started teaching this class a couple of years ago. It's California Environmental Issues, and we focus just on the desert. I've been working out in the desert and on specific issues for the past 7 years. And Ash Meadows is pretty famous, one because of the lawsuits regarding the water and the endangered species, and it's just an area where all these collective issues come together. It's so unique. There's the amount of species, the amount of water that's here. It's beautiful. We've been here in the fall. We've come here in the spring. It's just a really special place to go that kind of highlights some of those things that we talk about, and including land management. This is U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Very different than how BLM manages land, very different than the Park Service. And so it's a neat place, and we talk about Devil's Hole a lot and the history and the legends of this place, so it's an interesting place for them to see. I always tend to do this field trip more toward the end of the semester because of weather. We do it earlier in the spring, and it never really clicks until they get out on the ground. And I think that's especially true for the desert environment. So many people ride Highway 15 to Vegas and they've never gotten off the road to see this beautiful landscape. And so you can't appreciate it until you get your feet dirty. And they all get it. They all go back to class and they're like, now it makes sense. And we've got to stop that project, or we've got to do this, and we've got to fight for this area. And they all want to come back. I mean, we always try to connect with, whether it be the park or BLM staff or here with Fish and Wildlife. Everybody's always been very responsive, and that makes a difference. I can teach them so much, but I'm not the expert here. A small group of people can make a difference. And I think we're often told that it takes money and lots of politicians and lots of big organizations. And the California Desert Protection Act was passed with a few group of people who started it. This place was protected with a handful of people who believed in it. So that their activism, their passion for a place pays off, because can you imagine if there were 30,000 houses here right now? That's one of the main things, is that this is doable and they can make a difference. And then just an appreciation of a very unique landscape that most of them have never visited. Most of them are city kids. They may have some camping experience. They usually go to the forests. So this is a place to appreciate.